Yeah, this kid
But again,
from
that's how important that, but that's how important the quarterbacks are to have 15 of them. Sorry, Marvin, go ahead.
no, you're good, man. Listen, I think with this kid, before you even look at the film, before you even, look at his numbers, you got to make sure this kid is what you want in the building. You got to make sure his mind is right, because his some of his social media posts, some some of the things he's put out there are just odd. And when you look at the type of leader that you're wanting at that position, when you look at the type of maturity that you want from that position, when you consider that you have men who are going to be almost double his age, and you're going to have guys. This guy's in his early 20s. He'll go to a team that has somebody in their late 30s, early 40s. I mean, you got certain caliber men on these teams that don't want to deal with the immaturity and the craziness. Now, I think the kid's just a competitor, and I think I think he's just transitioning, having a tough time trying to express himself and show he's a competitor. But he has to do better than that, man. I'll be honest. I don't. If I'm an NFL team, I don't touch him in the first round. That's me. I don't waste. I don't want to say
Right.
waste. I don't invest a first round pick in him. It's really just based off some of the immaturity. To me, it almost comes off um
Right.
Baker Mayfieldish almost. Baker threw some people off. He had some incidents in some situations
Right.
when he was in college. Paiva doesn't have the criminal stuff that Baker had. He's not dealing with the running from the police, but still, it's just you wonder about the immaturity. So I don't, I think he's a talented kid. I like the kid. Wouldn't shock me if the kid ended up playing 10 years in the league, whether he was a starter or a backup or a little bit of both. But I need to see a
Right.
different caliber kid, different caliber young man. I need to see a little growth before I even consider drafting this kid.
Well, number one, I never said he'd be a first round pick. By any means, I would go ahead and take a guy like you with his track record, but that's where a lot of these tests are going to come in with the interview process with all these NFL people there. They're going to find out and get in this kid's head. Okay, whatever you've been doing is one thing with all your antics, your immature moves, but now you're getting in front of the guys that you're trying to. This is your resume of trying to land a job. This is a much different animal than most people think. I personally think that Pavia is probably a second day pick at best, second or third round pick, and don't even be surprised to see him end up as a third day pick going from 4 all the way to 7. I think that's the most likely place to slot this guy, not first